What's up, everybody? This is part 3 of our budget gear series. This is where we go out and look for bear in North Idaho, test all the gear in real world situations out in the woods. It's a nice spring day. We're going to go out and start glassing for bear, hopefully turn something up for you. We're putting all the gear, the exact list of gear that I picked out in that budget gear video. We're putting that all to the test as a system to make sure that it will work for you. Come along and enjoy the beauty of spring in North Idaho.
It's just another doorway to open up and see what kind of lifeline will be waiting there for me.
So I came down here to where I could do a good vantage point so I could glass across the canyon into some old logging areas, and I glassed up several elk right off the bat here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's at least 5 elk over there, so it's a good start to the day. Pretty surprised to see them up and moving around, but so I always love seeing animals, even if it's not what I'm looking for. Out here looking for bear, but it's always fun to see elk while you're out looking for bear. Been glassing all day looking for bear. I left my house this morning, seen quite a few elk. There's elk on that hillside behind me. Most of the elk I've seen have been out in the brush fields. I keep just moving and glassing different brush fields trying to find a bear. Hopefully we'll get something spotted this evening. Otherwise I have tomorrow, and then I have to go back home. Now this is a bonsai trip just to test all the gear from the budget gear review video. We're putting it to the test, making sure that it's all good to go, and then we're out here testing the gear so that we can do a post-incident analysis afterwards, after action review, so to speak, to see what worked, what didn't, what I liked, what I thought could be better. Also gonna kind of go over what areas I think you should spend a little bit more money on if you have it. So yeah, I'm going to kind of show you what I got going on here. So a couple of things in this tent. I'm just getting ready to go to bed. The nice thing is I can sit up in this end and there's plenty of headroom. The bad thing is this vestibule area is super small, not hardly any room, but it is nice to be able to sit here and take my boots off at the door. There's just not a lot of room for extra equipment. I would say that this is more of a 1+ person tent, not a 2-person tent. Like I said, possibly me and my wife could snuggle in here, but I wouldn't want to share this tent with anybody that it wasn't that close to. It would be very tight for 2 people for sure. The other thing I wanted to point out is it's got this gear loft thing up there, and I just stuck my headlamp up there. That works really well. We can have the headlamp pointed straight down into the tent and it kind of brightens everything up. So, all right, I'm gonna go to bed now.
Oh, I got lost on the way to you in an orange sky by the ocean blue. Every mile lost, my soul renewed, taken by the sunrise and the golden view. Walking slowly in the mountains underneath the constellation.
This is a HydroPack water filter system. The water filter's inside the lid. It's the first time I've used it, so we're gonna see how she works. Looks pretty good, and I'm just basically holding the bag. Gravity feeds it right on out. Give it a little squeeze, it goes through faster, so looks pretty good. Pop top and twist lock to close. If I were backpacking with this, I probably would leave this at home and just pack this. This holds 3 liters, so when you find your water source, you can fill up with the 3 liters of water, filter as you need, filter into your Nalgene or whatever you're drinking from, or you could drink straight from this, I suppose, if you wanted to. It does pretty quick job, pretty nice. I kind of like that option, especially for large amounts of water, and it'll cut down on total weight, being I don't have to pack a filter and something to carry it in. I can do it all in one bag. This is the Big Agnes C-Bar 2-person tent. It's more the size of 1.5 persons. My wife and I could probably fit, but I wouldn't want to share this shelter with another man my size because it would be super tight. I slept in this last night. Everything works really well, minus the fact that if you've got condensation, rain, whatever, on the vestibule, when you go to open it, this part of the vestibule, top of the opening, drips right into your tent. So as you can see, I've got moisture on top of my pad and in my sleeping bag now that I've opened this, and that's really not good, not ideal for a tent. Other than that, it did great, did exactly what it's supposed to. It rained all night last night, and I stayed dry inside the tent. It was only when I opened the vestibule that some water got in. You can kind of mitigate that by knocking the water off before you get in and out. Helps with that a little bit, but I think there's no way to completely avoid it. To be mindful of it, move your stuff so that it doesn't get wet. This is the Nemo Astro Long Wide sleeping pad. It's not insulated. The R value isn't super high, but last night I felt like it was just fine for what I was doing. It did not freeze. However, you can see that in this Big Agnes tent, this wide long almost covers the entire floor, and I pretty well fill out that sleeping pad, and so there's not a lot of room for anybody else in this particular tent. setting. This is a bonsai trip down here for an overnight bear hunt. Made it down yesterday around 11 o'clock, hunted all till dark last night. Slept in this morning. It was all rainy this morning, so hung out. Finally cleared off this afternoon, got back out here. Sun's starting to go down. I have a fairly long drive home, so I'm gonna kind of keep looking at this spot for a little bit while I eat a snack and then start heading down the hill on the four-wheeler, checking a few other spots on my way. Hopefully I'll find something on the way back to the truck, but we shall see. Anyway, I was able to take all the gear from the budget gear video, come down here and hunt, be comfortable. It's not all the stuff is the best, and we'll go over what some of the highlights, some of the lowlights, and where I think you should put more of your money if it's in your budget. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you guys are all having a marvelous year. I know I am. Can't wait for spring bear to kick in full swing. I've got a week off to hunt here this in a couple weeks, and hopefully I'll be able to get it done then. Anyway, lots more gear content coming, so stay tuned. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you like what we're doing, and that helps us bring you more of this kind of content. So have a great year. We'll talk to you later.